Hey lovers, it's Diva. The interview season has come to a close, and so here we are back again on Ask Diva. We're back to the topics. We're back to talking relationships and everyday life and current events and all the things that happened and started in 2010. The original purpose of Ask Diva. So we're going back there. The season will come back on Facebook Live at the end of the year. We'll do a few interviews just to kind of keep that flow going a couple of times a year. But the whole main point is Ask Diva. Let's stop and get excited for a minute that we are on multiple platforms. So you already know that we hit iHeartRadio. What's up, iHeartRadio listeners? And we just hit Spotify today. Welcome, Spotify listeners. You're going to have something to listen to the entire drive to work and back home. You're going to love what happens on Ask Diva. Actually, I really don't even know what happens on Ask Diva because it's going to change every day. I want permission from the honey to do jokes because I think I'm funny. And then when I'm really, really tired, then people they are just always cracking up if they're around my tired or my extreme cranky. So you have to probably just be in my everyday life to get it. But what if I could just take in the moments when we're on air? What if I could just give you some of my good jokes, right? So I was laughing today, and I may be the only one to laugh, but I was having this conversation with my guy, right? So honey is a sugar honey iced tea fiance, right? So we were talking about the gym, and I'm just like, babe, when you go back to the gym, we are older now, so we're getting up in there this time, taking care of our health, taking care of our bodies. It's the mind-body season, but we're going to make sure that you do it at a slow pace, keep the pace and just get out there and just do it right now that you're, taking some time, because he had to take a mental healing time, we all do. I definitely have taken a busy break from being able to work out, but I get in so many steps, so I'm thinking that it kind of may be balancing itself, but that's not saying that the diva is back to a size 9, but I am definitely maintaining 16 pretty well, right? But here's the thing. So I was cracking this whole joke in the middle of this talk that we had. So I told him, he was like, well, just don't go in the gym with the adrenaline rush. And, when you're out there and you're going on a walk, just take your time. Or if you're going to run, take your time. No competition. What? Bet. I don't compete with nobody. Only person I compete with is myself. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, that's so right. So you're only competing with yourself. So here's the thing about you and the other 50 guys that are out there working out. So all 50 of you always say the same thing. I'm not in this for nobody but me, So men are always like, I'm just competing with myself, So while you're out there competing with yourself and you're in the gym, it's 50 of y'all, but actually it's really 100 of y'all because it's you and that old self and y'all all up in there competing against yourselves, what I'm saying? So take your time. So we're just going to see if we can just slide some of those in there. What do you guys think? Because I'm telling you, I crack me up before anyone else laughs. I always laugh. I just have no idea what that's about. But thank you for being a faithful Ask Diva follower, because we did get the followers up where we needed them to be in order to be invited, so to speak, to all these other platforms. So I appreciate it. So what do we have pending right now? We have Google Podcast pending. Thank you, Google. Okay, Google. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So we have Google Podcast pending right now. We also have Spotify. I just told you that's up. iHeartRadio is already up. So those are up and running. You can listen to it on that. If you do not want to be on Spreaker and you're not really a part of this whole podcast life, then that's fine. I am going to try to gather a whole bunch of you guys if I can't go to the conference myself, this is what I just decided for this year. I think that I may send the Sugar Honey Iced Tea and another representative to represent the Ask Diva show, because the conference in Orlando, Florida for podcasters is actually actually going to be in the middle of the week. But we still want to have a presence. So I will keep you guys posted on how that's going to go, because this new corporate life, I may not get those kind of days off in competition with my request for being off for Christmas, right? So we'll see how that goes. Keep you posted on that. But we're just going to keep on building the podcast life, right? So here we are on Spreaker, iHeartRadio. We're on Spotify. Those are all solidified. We have Apple Podcasts pending. You already know that the other show, Eyelash Radio, made it to Apple just fine. So I don't anticipate that I've said anything too outrageous that we don't make it, right? And also Google Podcasts is pending. So let's be excited about those platforms. That kind of died on all of us. Right? So that was just funny for all of us, right? But I don't know. I think I was going to come back with the shade topic. So I am going to talk about that. I also want to talk about adult bullying, because I'm sort of seeing this in Hollywood starting to make its way back up by way of comedy, but actually it's just adult bullying. So I'm kind of seeing this thing go back and forth with these rigged PR moments happening with Jess Hilarious, right? I just kind of think that they're just like really setups, and she's not really just beefing with the entire nation, right? So whether she is or not, I think it's taking us back to somewhere that we worked really, really hard to get away from. And I'm also going to talk about adult bullying in the workplace. Like, it is so, this whole throwing shade and bullying and talking about people like you people are, I almost went there. See, this is the thing that gets you not on all the platforms. Diva, watch your map, But no, you people are, you're grown when you're out there working. So what are we doing with bullying and throwing shade and isolating and cliques? Like, I thought all of you folks grew up a long time ago, and that's how you got the fancy job. So we're going to talk about that. Even comedians, that is a profession, that is a job. So you have a little bit of responsibility. We're living in an era where kids are walking in schools and shooting things up, taking out people because they've been bullied. We're living in an era where kids are taking their own lives at very young ages because of being bullied. And I'm thinking it's because they're living in the household with these grown-ass adults that take themselves to work and do the same thing. So you're teaching these awful habits. So no, I'm not going to just go clicking on things to make things go viral because of the hee ha ha, right? Like, we're not doing that. So we're going to talk about that. So that's some of the things that are going to come up that I'm going to share, I think, and where I'm going to stay this weekend. But if I think of one of my other little funnies, I'm going to share it. We're also going to throw up the Diva-isms. That's coming. And then the new t-shirt. You're going to love the new t-shirt. Hold up. They don't love you like I love you. You're going to love the new t-shirt. And then we're going to also push that other t-shirt that you guys took so long to support. But you're going to buy it now, right? Because we're fans of you now, Diva. So we're going to really be faithful. We're going to be on top of it. We're going to push this thing, and we're going to buy this stuff this time around, right? Right. Because you guys said that 6 books ago. But I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait for this to happen, right? Everybody's like, girl, will you finally finish that book? I'm going to buy 10 copies. So when you guys bought that one free copy that you shared on Amazon Prime to all your family, I really thought that was close to what you meant. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to take that and run with it. But thanks you guys for coming back. It's exciting. I just wanted to come and just let you know where we're going forward. And yes, don't get discouraged about the interviews. When you guys really think I'm really worth your time, you probably will be more, you will participate more on the Ask Diva page. So we'll just see how that goes. The Divas Book Club is popping. We talk about books in there. So there are a lot of book readers that do enjoy the topics and discussions on books. So feel free to go over there, free. No, seriously, I'm not even charging you. Feel free to go over to Divas Book Club on Facebook. So it's DEEVAS Book Club, right? And that's being run by our president of the book club, Sonia, over there. And so I appreciate you for supporting her, and for all those that are starting to trickle the likes. Yep, that's exactly how it goes, and we appreciate that. No complaints here. I know how this thing works. It takes y'all 10 years to give a damn, and I'm with it. I've been with you guys since 2010. I understand the decades that it take. When I'm rolling in my walker in a nursing home, I'm gonna be like, this is where I wanted you guys at. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I'm here to the end, right? So thanks everybody for taking a listen, and Diva will be back soon.